Okay, it's finally time to do the last of the five. We can finally get to Echoes of an Unfinished Past and get fucking this stupid fucking sword that I've been wanting this entire time. Nice to see you again. Okay, so this is the lines of like dialogue and stuff I was looking for like 2 days ago. Ah, so before you even seem that familiar to Paimon. It's me, seriously, we met not long ago. Can't you recognize me by my voice? Oh, yeah, it's you. You the one from back when the wait, who are you exactly? This starts to sound like some kind of weird scam. Oh, my adorable little Paimon didn't even recognize me. That really stings. But I'll let it slide after all. You did call me Miss Priestess. I guess it's fair since I never took off my helmet back at Thunderclap Reef. Wait, hold on, don't tell me you're Verna? You're really actually a priestess from the Frostmoon Scions? Excuse you? That's a weird way to say hello. Seriously, you won't find a priestess more reliable than me anywhere else. There was never any reason to doubt me in the first place. Anyway, this must be the Moon Main's guidance at work. How else could I be so fortunate to run into both at the same time? It was me. I was trying to find you 3 days ago. Oh, we're just passing through. I don't have a bad feeling on this. Feelings have no place in the goddess's guidance. Since we're all here, this must surely be a good omen. No, a great omen. Anyway, let's forget about all that. You remember what that imposter said before, right? You mean the priestess-looking lady who seemed more legit than you? She said she'd be waiting at the court of the first edict or something like that. Well, that's more legit than you, but it wasn't totally uncalled for. But since you've got such good memory, Paimon, and since you're both on going to help me later, I'll let it slide. Paimon hasn't agreed to help you out yet. Why is it that every time we talk to you, we end up second-guessing reality? Don't sweat the details. More importantly, I've already come up with a flawless, super ultra reliable plan. We'll catch that imposter in no time. Think about it. She said she'd be waiting in the sealed off sanctum no one can even get into, right? So obviously, she wants to get curious and break the seal, letting her sneak in and snatch whatever treasure's inside. And my super foolproof plan is to send tables on her. Once we open the gates of the sanctum, she'll definitely show up. And that's when we'll catch her. Pretty solid plan, right? I'd say it'd hold up just fine against top-notch detectives from Papa Wrench's books. Seriously, that sounds even crazier than the plan that you had at Thunderclap Reef. You just told us no one's been able to unseal the Court of the First Edict for centuries. Only because they didn't have me, along with a super reliable tag team combination, that is the two of you. After we parted ways, I've been thinking, since the Court of the First Edict was sealed by Kavaki, we can disrupt it the same way we did at Thunderclap Reef. So, ta-da, see my little Crocus looked for more of those special fragments and pieced them all together. And the moment I managed to distract Evelina, bam, you two showed up. Tell me we're not fated to reunite. Fated? More like fatal. Are you sure this won't mess up the weather on Hisi Island like it did back at Thunderclap Reef? No worries, this time we'll be in full control of the Kuvaki. And besides, everything turned out just fine back at the reef, didn't it? Now then, prepare to witness the miracles of science. Someone's gotta throw it, let us do it. If we leave it to you, this story's about to get even sketchier. Oh boy. So I'm literally just going to yeet it. I mean, I've got to, like, get it up there. Oh. This is not what I'm supposed to be doing? I don't think I can use this to go far enough, can I? No. Also, the rock just dropped somewhere. Oh, it just immediately teleported back to her. That's funny. Okay, I guess I didn't realize this was right next to us. What? It's one of the last pieces, I guess. Yay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That's, actually a bit worrying that it worked that easily. All of them were like, what the fuck did you just do? What the fuck just happened? Come on, I told you there's nothing to worry about. See, this is the power of science. Hooray, the power of science. Wait a second, you just had Paimon fooled. This has nothing to do with science. It was just us throwing the fragments up there. Well, this is super reliable. So as someone who believes in science, I guess the explanation works too. Alright, since the Moon Maiden has spun a silvery path for us, what awaits beyond the threshold must be... Anyway, since the moon lane has appeared, it means our plan is working fine. All we need to do is follow it. It should be the guidance of the moon goddess. Yep. Sure, Paula thinks there's a good chance this path doesn't lead to our destination, but rather somewhere higher up. Come on, Paimon, come on. You've got a super reliable priestess and a super reliable adventurer on your side. What's there to worry about? Better get moving before the other priestesses show up. While the moon goddess is still showing us the way. Onward and upward. We said we fucking move. Get out. We gotta go. Oh, we're committing heresy. We must leave. Yeah, I never went all the way up here, so I don't even know if there's like stuff up here. Or I never tried to climb this, which is unfortunate, but I doubt I could have been able to. I doubt it would have let me. Whoa. Okay, cool. This is incredible looking. Please tell me I can go back here, because this looks really good. It doesn't. I mean, that's not important. Don't worry. This place has things that resemble moon lanes. The problem is the moon lane is going to be guiding us, probably. So let's follow the path of moon lane, illuminated by the moonlight, and leave the rest of the will of the moon. What do you mean, pretty priestessy? Have you ever met a priestess who's anything less than super priestessy? You've got to have as much faith in the Moon Maiden's guys as you do in the power of science. Besides, it's not like we've found any other way down. Yeah, where the fuck am I? Oh, thank God, it's part of the map. Oh, thank God, I can come back here. Because do you see how fucking pretty this place is? Also, I love the, like, sort of semi-transparent stuff you can walk on. This is much more flat than the other areas where they had this effect. I'm gonna mess with this thing. Unknown life science detected. Calibrating fuzzy predictive protocol unit. I'm gonna keep doing that. I'm gonna keep finding these. I'm gonna keep doing that. But that's interesting. So this is obviously Ancient Dragon stuff. Because we all recognize that stuff. Maximum likelihood estimation conclusion authority granted. Defense systems deactivated. Primary energy source not connected. Please manually lift the seal. Okay, let's find another one. Oh, these won't show up as interactables. That's unfortunate. I mean, this place isn't very big, so I don't really need to worry. There might only be two of them, but I'm pretty sure there's three. I'm pretty certain there are three of these that go in this direction. It's just the shining of the rocks. Can I walk on this? I'm just kind of wandering around now. I can't. I don't have enough stamina. And I have maximum stamina. Stamina is definitely one of the biggest problems in the game. But I also don't know if just getting rid of it is super good, because you'd have to change so many characters as well if you remove the stamina system entirely. It's kind of like it's a feature that would have to have been removed previously, because then it causes more problems when it gets removed in post. Okay, so there's one up here. I probably can reach it from here. See, listen, welcome, Master Flame and Wisdom, Your Majesty, Shuaquatl. I guess I think that was what I was supposed to be doing, but I was just messing around for the most part. Oh. That opened it for us. So that's just where the seal was. So they just never went up? This is what you're telling me? I need to check if I can go back there real quick. Just like I predicted, see, as long as we follow the guidance of the Moon Goddess, everything will fall right into place. If you say so, or we're really sure it's a good idea to open up a place that's been sealed for centuries. But like I was just talking about, an example of that would be Star Rail's path system, like in-game path mechanics, like restrictions and everything. It is a problem that characters are restricted to paths, so now they're just having to add more paths. But I don't see any better method other than having not had path system in the first place. And they would need to completely remove it and then change a whole bunch of other stuff. Because if you remove that system, then you remove like uh if you remove the entire path system, you have to change how a lot of characters work that have specific relations with the paths, as well as entire relic sets that work based on paths. Like the Izuma Tensei set, planar ornament set, you would have to completely change March 7th's hunt version because all of her specific effects of her skill depend on the path of the person you select. So you would have to change so much, and it's just not worth it. It's better to just add more paths and have less total like restrictions on what goes into that path, which is why I like Remembrance. It's the first path they've added since launch, and they are making it less restrictive. Plus, unlike Genshin, which has the elements, you don't have to worry about that because Genshin's element system is pretty much ingrained in it entirely. Like you cannot really, without changing the story, you can't add more elements. So it just doesn't make any sense anymore to if you add more. People want an abyss and a light element, but that's probably not going to work because they wouldn't make any sense. They wouldn't really work as elements because they don't. For one, they're not elements, and two, they don't really fit with any of the others reaction wise. So it doesn't make any sense. You're totally fine. You've got the most trustworthy pieces of Frostman science right here. There's absolutely nothing to worry about. Frodo, did you see where those suspicious intruders were headed? They took off toward the court of the first edict. Not many places to hide around here, after all. To check on the seal, I'll inform the Lady Moonchanter. Let's see them try to get away, causing trouble in the sacred lands of the Frost Moon. They've got a death wish. The only way they're getting out of this in one piece is if there's somehow the Lady Kutar herself. Fair enough. Don't tell us there's absolutely nothing to worry about. Yep, that's right. There's absolutely nothing to worry about. Now that the seal's been opened, all you have to do is set a trap and wait for that imposter to walk right into our hands. I'm so sorry. There's absolutely everything to worry about. I should never mess with the seal. What do we do now? Help me, please. Yelling for help like Krabby doesn't mean I'll try back now. Let's see what's inside. Seal's already broken. Might as well head in and take a look. Verna, you better make sure to say sorry to everyone you dragged into this. Do I have to? Please don't force me in. Oh, just give me this stuff though. Sure, like. I want to check if I can go back in. I assume I can. Also, I do like how there's all this effects up top now. But I assume I can go back in. So, but I'm going to go check. I forget where this started. It's over here. It's on the other side of this. I want to check if the thing is still over here. That'll let me get up there. Also, she's back. Fukia, who's just a basic area NPC. She has one line of dialogue. Okay, so this is still here, which I assume still brings me up to the top. Which I do want to do because I will want to take. Say in case I want to take. I will want to take pictures. That is a guaranteed. Yeah, but this is the only way to get up here, which I like. Yeah. Can I just walk down? I wonder. I haven't tried that yet. It's fairly big, but this side is shorter than everywhere else, so I'm gonna go check. I assume one of these takes me back downwards, but I haven't checked. I do like how there was like an actual like seal system we had to take out, but I'm very interested to see how this relates to the dragons. Hey, can I just walk out of here? Oh, there's a wall. There is a border. Someone knows how to get out of this border. I know it. But I don't know. They've actually gotten really good at actually fixing borders over time. So we still haven't got a teleport, which means I assume the teleport's in here. Okay, let's enter the Court of the First Edict. And see what's inside. Ooh. I know this place feels off compared to what I would imagine a sanctum would be. It doesn't feel all that sacred. It smells kind of funny instead. It hasn't been sealed for 500 years, you know. Scientifically speaking, rusted metal giving off a blood-like smell isn't too surprising. By the way, the hymns say that before Lady Isla sealed it, this was where all the Frostmoon followers held their ceremonies, so it's super sacred, really. I think it's super sacred, just makes it sound less sacred by the minute. Oh, come on, don't get hung up on the wording. Look over there, that's the Verdant Crest. Legend says it's the sacred tree that witnessed the birth of the Moon Maiden. That pool over there, guessing right, it should be the ever-flowing white spring, blessed by Lady Isla herself. Really have to guess? Also, are you sure you didn't just make those names up? Hey, I might be a fairly reliable priestess, but even I've never seen these sacred relics from 500 years ago with my own eyes. Nor did I ever think I'd be able to see something this historically significant. I'm so lucky. All thanks to you. Remember to apologize to everyone after we get out. Yes, De Palma, do whatever you say. Standing in a place like this feels like a waste, though. So we're here when I take a quick walk around. Teleport? Teleport? No, is this still not the last teleport I need? Are you fucking kidding me? I imagine this just lets me walk out. Yeah, this is just the way to walk out. Yeah, it just says leave. This is, I like the aesthetic of this place. I like that it's dark, but still lit up. You know what I mean? It's the kind of environment I really like. Although I also just like really dark environments, anyways. There's still no chest, surprisingly. Luckily, this isn't a domain area, so I can open this. Not chest. Still no teleport, which is it sucks. I need the last one. I haven't fucking found it yet. Also, there's a thing in here somewhere. Oh, it's all the way up there. Are you kidding me? This isn't the domain, so I should be able to climb, right? Yeah. No problemo. Shouldn't have climbed Vino, though. She's too short. She climbs much less efficiently. There's a weak spot up here, though. I'm fine. They were kind enough to put detail on this pillar, which means there are weight spots. There isn't much on most of these. Just random decoration. No chest, I imagine, either. I would use my compass, but I can't actually use it yet. I do need to get that open at some point. Luckily, it should be away from where I need to go later. Here we go. I think this is the top layer. I can imagine. There's stuff up here, though. Ooh, Smooth Crystal. That's cool. I imagine this place has special music, and that's why it's here. I'm not reading this. I want to pick this up, please. I mean, I will read this, just not right now. You can read this later. I do need to go through all this. Really long, actually. I'm going to have to, like, pause and go through all this stuff at some point. There's a lot in here. Look, this one's really long. There's definitely a lot to look through on this. I just saw the word subatomic. I'm going to go back and look at this. Subatomic is only mass energy patterning orb. Okay, I thought I was referring to the the black hole collision generator. If you know what I'm talking about, in the Dragon Quest, there's a lot in here. Oh, actually, let me look into this. There is in the Dragon Quest, in the mountain, you finally come across what I call the black hole collision generator or simulation, which does, as it's called, so much in here, which is that it literally simulates the effect of two black holes colliding and literally erases existence. There's a lot of this. But yeah, it literally simulates that, and to literally delete everything into a white void of nothingness, and to then for things to eventually reform over time. Literally, it's a quantum tunneling effect, is basically what it is. It's quantum tunneling in order to cause a vacuum decay that instantly erases everything. Interesting thing, and you can actually click it, and it's kind of insane. And I did, because I wanted to see what it did. And yeah, it literally just deletes everything. Woo! Nothing happened. Oh, I can investigate it when I'm investigating while I'm inside it. Oh wait, I can see the blade! I can see it! I want it. Give it to me. I don't know what it does yet. Now, there be a sword here. Could this be the ritual sword formed from Hyperborean moonlight that Lady Isla supposedly left behind? Blade that was used to offer up the very first drop of blood under the new moon? It's a Kuhenki. Does it want us to follow it? I don't know. Does it? Does it just bring me to where I just was? I'm not gonna read it if that's. I'm not gonna read through all of it if it really does want because it's really long. There's a lot of words in. Okay, it doesn't look like it is. No, no, it is. It is absolutely bringing me up there. Yeah, I already climbed up here. It's pretty. Yo, hi. Yeah, I knew it. It is Isla. Ah, you're here. Wait, that will get the altar dirty. Even the heck did you get in here? You're the first ones to open the seal first, right? And the treasure chests are still here. All right, wait, that's not the time for that. So, just who are you, Miss Priestessy looking priestess? I mean, I suppose she's more of a what than a who by now. Don't say creepy stuff like that, also. What are you saying? She's a. Oh, that's not what I meant. There's no such thing as ghosts. At least I think so. She seems more like a lingering image left behind by the moon goddess's blessing. And it's been left inside the court of the first edict. Maybe this might be the first moon chanter herself, Lady Isla. Is that really possible? Scientifically speaking, it's impossible, but if this is truly Lady Isla, then it wouldn't be surprising for her to power to be unscientifically potent. In my days, I can't believe I'm calling the Lady Isla an imposter. Like the moon goddess, she can't hear me anymore. And that explains why her words were always so hard to understand. There, that should do it. Is Isla so really before us, really just a lingering image? What did you do, Miss Isla? Where did that voice just come from? Could record a line ago from the first moon chanter's image. I mean, even the moon goddess's blessing couldn't be precise enough to capture one person's voice, right? Don't need to be so tense. The woman who shares my bloodline surely showed you a few of those low-brow tricks before him. This is merely a blessing that records awareness, so that the brave warrior over there can hear our words. That's a dream machine. Just look right at us. Come on, you're most definitely dreaming. What we're seeing right now was recorded 500 years ago, so nobody can actually see us. We're there, but I don't see anyone. Ah, never mind. I probably wouldn't understand even if you explained it to me. Whatever tangled past lies between you and her, I'm in no position to judge. Regardless, thank you for your help, Miss Isla. Both of you should have known better. The wounds left in the wake of the atrocity that old witch inflicted upon you both run deep, for the scars fester with resentment. What surprises me is that she trusted you so deeply. Is this Lovia she mentioned? She was the leader of Frostman Science 500 years ago, but she was stricken from memory for the sin of blasphemy. Normally, only senior and super reliable priestesses like me would even know about her. Someone like you knows about her. It can't be much of a secret, can it? Rude. What do you mean, someone like me? But seriously, her identity should be top secret. Ordinary followers and folks on the outside aren't supposed to have even heard that name. Resentment for what? Everything you and I went through was always meant to be. There's no past or future, because the past is the future. Your grace is upon me now, but all you can see is this one fleeting moment. Thanks to Lovia's blessing, the blessing of our ancestors, I can see every moment. Your arrival, Lovia's end, all threads of a tapestry too vast for me to tell, and yet how it thrills me. She trusted me because I heeded her every word, and when the lady of the underworld guided my hand to sever her thread, even then she should have rejoiced. As for you, you'll be leaving this place soon, won't you, Mr. Solevi? My role here is finished. The believers outside already hail you as their new prophet, and at last you no longer need to endure the suffering imposed upon you. I still have things I must do. I need to uncover that mad monk's true intentions. For my fallen friend and people of this land, he must pay for what he has done. With all these years of secret correspondence with him as evidence, tracing his steps should be much easier. Once again, thank you for your help, Miss Isla. So you still don't know a thing. That's all right. You will soon enough. I'll take that as an encouragement. To me, it's already happened. Twice shall that serpent fall, first strangled by the flesh of the faithless, then shrinking away before the light you and I ignite together. But you shan't be the one to cut off its thread, because that fate does not belong to you. I don't believe in fate. I'll just do what I can. Then do what you can. Before the lanterns are lit, I will be here waiting. For you are the hero meant to protect Elysium. And you, forgive me for drawing you here this way. Your thread simply would not catch in the loom of this sublunary sphere, so I had to guide you with those stones. Fitting, for they are just as out of place in this world as you are. Are you sure she's talking about us? Not anymore. Those stones we saw only fell recently. How could Lady Isla have known about them 500 years ago? With the apology, I left the last sword forged by the apostle of the Golden City using moonlight in the ever-flowing white spring. After centuries, any bloodstains on its blade should have been washed away. Please accept this humble gift. Though your fate remains unclear to me, I choose to believe you are the hero of this sublunary sphere, the one destined to fell the undying serpent on our behalf. This will probably be the last time we meet. If you follow the light and find those who share my bloodline, then you will come to understand my words. Talking to someone? It's nothing. Now, please don't let me keep you any longer, Mr. Solove. I must begin sealing this place at once. I hold no resentment towards Lovia, but our children must not be stained by her sins. That's why the evil and corruption she wrought must be buried. I will seal them all here. This, too, is a part of our preparation for the birth of a god. And then she's completely covered, and now she's gone. We are all tainted by sin. How could we ever hope to behold the moonlight in its purest form? She vanished, yep. So just like back in the Thunderclap Reef, it was Lady Isla who guided us to break the Sanctum seal, so you could retrieve the sword she left behind. I'm supposed to get it. Why would Isla give us her sword? And what's this undying serpent stuff? Because we're the new god and we're going to make our impact. I still really hope that people will learn from this that this is what the game's name literally means. Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact. New God's Impact. That's the name of the game. But you would never notice unless you know Chinese. What's this undying serpent all about? We're not going to have to fight some giant snake next, are we? Let's retrieve that sword first. Someone as reliable as Lady Isla saw I said it. There must be a reason. Maybe it'll all start to click once we get that sword. Yippee, time to make it a sword. Time to get a sword. I don't know if this is a craftable weapon or not. I imagine it is because I get it from this and I probably make more of it, but it might be a refinement 1 weapon. It could be. I believe it might. After all, we only ever gotten a 4-star weapon that you get through this method. The only other time we've had a 4-star weapon we've gotten through some special quest method was the Kagasurube Ishin, which we got from Kaidahara Kazuha's quest, which is a pretty good quest in my opinion, but not everyone thinks that way. And it was a refinement 1 weapon, which means it couldn't be refined any higher than 1. Okay. This is what I was talking about. Did you figure anything out? The power of the sword, it's overflowing. Not a thing. Looks like we'll have to investigate this whole place, huh? If we hang around too long, and Ruth, Uncle Frodo, and the others might find the entrance, too. Actually, with all the noise we made just now, there's probably no one on this whole island who hasn't been drawn this way. Fine, guess we've got no choice. We've got the sword now, and Lady Isla didn't exactly tell us what to do next. Let's go out here first and figure out the rest later. Give me the sword. I want to see what it does. Okay, what is this weapon? Because I kept seeing thumbnails like, you must get this weapon! And I'm like, okay, sure, what does it do? It's attack percent, so multiple burst damage is pretty good. The character energy capacity does not exceed 60-40. Multiple burst damage increased by an additional 16 or 28%. Energy capacity does not exceed 60 or 40. Wait!
Don't worry.
Wait! Hold on! Hold on. Wait. Hold. Hold. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Wait, this is actually a pretty decent weapon for... Where did it just go? Where is it? Oh, there it is. It's actually a pretty good weapon for Kuching, actually. Wait. This is, like, the best F2P weapon for her now. Also, it does not have a symbol, so I imagine I just got a crafting recipe for it.
Enough in charge of all my work for today, so we can go play with Knuckle Duckle.
No? Did I not get the craft recipe for it? Interesting. I thought I would get a craft recipe for it. Probably another method to get more of them, but... That's actually a really good weapon for her. How many other sword characters have that? Or 40 or 60? 40 preferably, but 60 would still work. I don't actually know. So it would work on you. No. It would work on you. It would work on you. It would work on you. It does not work on you. It would work on you. It would work on you. Work on you. It would definitely work on you. Nope. 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 Yep. Okay, so of the sword characters I own, quite a few of them would actually work. There are a few that won't, like Farina and like Ayaka, Jean. But like a lot of these characters actually do get a decent amount of work for it. But currently, the only characters that it definitely works on seems to be. Was there another one? Right. Yeah, like Layla, and that's it. 40 is a very rare ults number to come across. Anything lower than 60 is. Well, most of these characters do use 60. But what sort of characters I don't? Like Skirk, Shalonen, Shiori, Kazuha, Ayato, Nilu, and Albedo. I want to check. Albedo probably won't be very good because he's got 40, so he just got a bonus. This might actually be a good F2P weapon for him, although it's attack percent, not defense. But I mean, most of the time people run like ER or crit damage anyways. So. It works somewhat on you. Does not work on Ayato. Might work on most characters. Does not work on Nilu. Okay, never mind. Does not work on Alhaitham. I forgot that his is, despite being a quote-unquote Kuching clone, his is almost double his old cost. It would work on you, but it's just, it would still only be the normal amount, even if it's just 50. Probably not. I mean, it would work, but again, she needs defense. Maybe? That would be nuts. Wait! Oh my god, you don't use elemental energy! Wait, so you get the full boost! Wait, that actually makes it really good for Skirk! Holy shit! Yeah, this place is still pretty good for photos, though, with this thing here. It'd be good for, 16:9. Like, tall photos, you know? Like, phone backgrounds. It'd be pretty hard to get the right, though, because the resolution would be so much worse, because it's hard for me to take good resolution photos at that specific rotation. It's awfully quiet. It's not Kokoda aren't here either. Like on our trail. Maybe the noise we made earlier got their attention and they ran off to check somewhere else. You know, that's supposed to be Lady Alice Divine Guidance. Even my luck's going up now. Looking up now that I'm with someone as reliable as you. Okay, save the celebration for later. You do remember you still owe your apology for the trouble you caused, right? Apology? Right, yes, of course you do. I'm not the type to get so caught up in reading Lady Isla's records that I forget everything else. I swear by my mortal name in this sublunary sphere that I'll give everybody a proper and heartfelt apology. It's just, I didn't think carefully about how to phrase it first. Oh, while we were at work earlier, came with a super scientific plan. Since I have to apologize anyway, why don't we finish checking out the sanctum first before looking for Lady Alama? That way we can save time and make my eventual apology more efficient. A sound plan, I should say. Ah, hello. I see the private scientist. No, Aunt Renner, when did you get here? Scared us. I'm just thinking the quoted first edict. I need to explain, this place may be sealed, but it's not forbidden territory. If outsiders like you were able to enter, then perhaps it was the will of the moonlight. It's all part of the Moon Maiden's secret gardens, Home say. As for you, Vernadska, you're coming with me. Lady Moonchanter wants to see you in person. Oh wait, no, didn't you just say, as a priestess you acted without permission, broke the rules, and tampered with taboos? Aside from outright murder, you've flouted every major law we have. Come now, or would you rather the Lady Moonchanter come fetch you herself? I'll explain everything later, so let's just, I need... Okay, that makes sense. She sure took that grave nice and deep for herself, didn't she? Got no idea what this Lady Hyla wants us to do, but this sword she left behind was meant for us. We should hang on to it for now. It looks like a real Frost Moon relic anyways. Do I get an ability to craft more? Is the question. Also, still no last teleport, by the way. I still need to find where the fuck is this thing? Is it main quest logged? That would be hilarious if it was. Yeah, I got no way of crafting it, which is what I was expecting. Also, this is one of these. Yeah, at least I can go back here. Oh, that's not the right spot I'm looking for. This. I can go back here at least, because this looks fucking gorgeous. I'm gonna take pictures. I'm gonna go through like every one of these like areas, and like everything that has its own name. I'm gonna go through every single area and take like at least 5 photos. which is a lot. But I've taken like 20 in Stormterror's Lair. So, do you know how cool this place looks if you do Stormterror's Lair with fishing? If you do Stormterror's Lair before you unlock the thing, if you have this area unlocked on your account and you go to someone else who doesn't have this area unlocked, I mean like a low level AR player, and you go like over here, you can have the only viable teleport, like death teleport spot, be inside of Stormterror's Lair. It'll bring you to one of these teleports. Most likely to this, but probably like this one. But yeah, I've done that before. I've gone here early and I took a shit ton of pictures. It was really nice actually. There's a lot of good spots. I need to like have like a thing where people can go and look at all the photos I've taken in game, because there's a lot of really pretty places in this game. Anyway, let's go back to I guess over here and like see if anything's changed. Also, like looking at it from here, like you can see like the energy pulsing out. Is this Rahatar? Hello. Children shouldn't be exposed to such nonsensical stories of romance, fighting, and death, especially all those tall tales about the thief Reed Miller. It just leads them astray. Luckily, my Kasha is a clever child. She's never read any of that brain-rotting nonsense. He's just a filmmaking thief from hundreds of years ago. I have no idea why anyone would write stories about someone like that. He looked at the governor's palace, falling in love with the Fey governor's adopted daughter, and even some utter claptrap with the Holy Lady of the Frostwind Science falling madly in love with him. You seem familiar. Familiar? How could I possibly be familiar with such an absurd thing? This has made even the greatest treasures of the Frostwind Science pale in comparison to your beauty and warmth. Now be so kind as to return every last coin of that ill-gotten wealth. Obviously never even had such a ridiculous thing said to me. Because my dear Katja can't be exposed to such cruelties. She's already has been, so children should focus on developing their virtues. Yeah, that's already happened, I'm sorry. Guide to Moonlight, that's nice. That is one of the reasons you do want to talk to character. Oh, is she over here? Verna? Hi. Is the ever reliable. We cross paths again. This must be destiny spun by moonlight, wouldn't you say? What happened before? Question for me? The sword. Already reported to Lady Isla with the sword. Since Lady Isla said it was meant for you, you should feel free to use it as you wish. But I can't fulfill him, a little envious. Legend has it that it was this very sword that Lady Isla offered for shot with silver blood of the newborn moon maiden. It's truly a blessed, immaculate sword, one that only the pure of heart may wield. Must be favored by the gods. I mean, I've actually fought a couple, but... Oh yeah, there's a thing here I need to get. But I think it's locked. Enable focus experience. No. I'll do that in a second. I do need this thing though. I'm pretty sure I've done a bit of exploration here now. Yeah, 56%. That gets me like 3 levels. It's actually really good. Hello, Ruth. Let's see, this was pretty boring. How do we put it all the way down here? Now this one's much more interesting. Yes, let's make sure we put it within easy reach. Okay. Yank. So I just fucking stole a book from Ryan. Well, I mean, I don't think we're stealing books. We're more just, well, most of them. We're just like looking at them and then memorizing them and then just copying all of them. I'm pretty sure that's what's in the archive. By the way, this is one of the most annoying things to do completion for. Lady of Kuntar, I think it's a new one. The Tale of Kuntar, I don't recognize that one yet. Like, there are some that are just like, where do I find these? I don't know where to find these two. Like, there's a bunch of things that are missing. Yeah, the problem is that these do not load very well. As you can see, they're very laggy. It's easier to just do this to find whether you have all of them. So I have 10, but it doesn't show completion. So I'm just imagining there's more being added at some point. Someone's diary. 1, 2, 5, and 6. So I'm missing 3 and 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, I do have everything between 1 and 10. As you can see, stuff tends to lag a bit when you're on this page. It's loading too much text. Yeah, I need to go through and grab some. Oh my god, I'm missing so many! What? I need to go and find a bunch of these. I haven't done those in a while, so I haven't really checked. It's a new avatar? Oh. Oh, which one do I like more? You bitch. I don't know which I like more. I do not recognize this at all. Last survivor of Tenochtitlan. I don't recognize this one. Wait, what? We have another one of these? I'm not going for these. But, yeah, Natoch. I think I like the Natochka one more still. I'm gonna keep this one. Uh, I mean, again, it would make more sense theme-wise to equip the Sakura Bloom one. So I could do, the lilac music. But it's not even a lilac, it's a Sakura. Lilacs are three-petaled flowers. Well, normal ones are. It depends on which specific one. Okay, do any of these talk about what just happened? Weirdly, still no mention of that thing happening, so... I don't think children would care. Talking to solo characters is more likely to have different dialogue. Okay, oddly enough, I can't bring this guy wood, apparently. Yo. I'm guessing it gets free stuff from me. Nope. Okay. Always gotta check. Because sometimes you can get surprisingly good stuff by just talking to characters. Like, if anyone's doing this and hasn't already done before, there are a few things I want you to do. Or, well, there are a few things. For one, I want you to go to Mondstadt, go into the church, and talk to... It should be Victoria. Should be on the left. Talk to her, ask her what places to go, say that's it, or something along those lines, and she will give you a 4-star goblet. So if you're playing early on, you don't really have access to reasonable stuff, it can be really good. I've never gotten a bad goblet from that. Ever. I think across all my accounts, I've gotten one bad goblet. They're always so surprisingly good. On the recent account I made, it's attack percent, which means I can put it on any DPS character that scales on it, and then it was both crits, so it was really good. I think it had ER and EM as well. It was like the best possible set of substats I could get, especially early on. Other than that, though, there's like going all the way over here. There's a guy you can talk to like right here, and he will give you stuff. And by stuff, I mean he will give you 15. That's it. Yeah. He'll give you a sword, which is a unique sword. Well, it was a unique sword, but now you can get a whole 2 of them. It's just funny to say. You get a whole 2 of these swords, but if you do not lock them the moment you get them, which is the same with if you ever pull a 3-star weapon from a chest, lock it immediately because they can only be obtained through that method, and the moment you run out of chests in that region, you do not get those weapons anymore. Notably, that is the reason I have only one White Iron Greatsword, because this is a chest-only weapon. Same with the Otherworldly Story. There's another one I have in here, which is the Fillet Blade. I'm pretty sure is one of them, as well as the Traveler's Handy Sword. I just happen to have a lot of these. But it's the Dark Iron Sword, which there are only 2 of, which is even rarer than the Exploration-only swords, which is why I only have 2 of them. You get one of them from talking to the tigerfish guy the guy who sells tigerfish, and you get another from a random chest in Tenyu Vale in an underground area. It should be. I'm gonna go ahead and just show it. It should be somewhere over here. It's not this. It should be, which area is it? Should be another. Should show up somewhere here. Should show up right here. I don't think it's this one. Should be another underground area. It's not this. It might not show up on here, I have no idea. But it's inside of this, I think. I might be completely misremembering where this area is. I did, in fact, misremember where this is. It's down here. If I go in here, I can probably show you the exact spot where it is. It's up there. If I go over here real quick. I know it's a bit weird after doing uh, not Cry Quest, all the way back to Lewa, but if you go like up here, there should be a common chest, and in it will always be a Dark Iron Sword. Or it's like somewhere right here, I think, maybe. But it is a unique weapon. You will not get it anywhere else. And it's a surprisingly good unique weapon. You don't really come across like surprisingly good weapons. Really enough, I can't really think of very many even like EM weapons that aren't um, like catalysts that are 3-star. I'm pretty sure this might actually be the only. These might be the only EM 3-star weapons that aren't catalysts, which is really good. I used to have, this was my first sword I got for Shinobu when I first got her. It's not very good because it's only 400 base attack at level 90 and only 141 in elemental mastery, but the effect itself is actually pretty decent, which is upon it doing any electric based effect, which is also why it was upgraded or updated with all of the Dendro effects and with um, the lunar effect. Is that as you can see, it increases attack by 20%, which is nice. I think this might be a different effect. This might have been changed. I think it used to be that it just didn't make them do more damage. It actually makes it better because that means if you ever get 5 of them, if ever, that means you get a total of 40% attack bonus just kind of for free. Yeah, there's a lot of surprising stuff you can get in this game. More Geosigils, apparently. How many Geosigils do I have? 35. It's not very many. Okay. Back to Not Cry.